What is up, you guys? Mental Hog back here for episode 5 of the Leicester City Career Mode. Currently fighting for a Champions League spot or some sort of European football with this team right here that you see on your screen. January is approaching. We are 2 weeks away from the window opening, and improvements could be on the way. People might be coming out of the club. People might be coming into the club, and I could use that input from you in the comments down below. But other than that, let's talk about who we have today. A derby game against Nottingham Forest. Also, we've got Man City coming up. So if you guys are excited for an action-packed episode here at Leicester, please be sure to keep that support coming down below. Drop a like, subscribe if you are new around here. A lot of you guys watching are not. So we just hit 1,500 subscribers. I'm on the race for 2K as quickly as possible. So if you could help me out, that would be greatly appreciated. And I'm not going to waste too much time. We're going to start off right away with the derby game against Nottingham Forest. And then we'll talk about players, transfers, things like that I'm interested in with this team. Let's get into it. Predicted to be a spicy one. It's a derby match, so that's to be expected. Will we come out on top and continue our form, though? Gonna find out. Another rainy evening here in the Midlands. I think Leicester's in the Midlands. Anyway, I hope they are, otherwise I'll sound like a moron. But yeah, Dino, can you keep us out? And they've got the dynamic Tielemans tifo out. That's interesting because he is one of the players in question for me. But we're rolling out with what is our best team, and we are going to be going hard to try and win this game against Nottingham Forest. Formation-wise, I'm rolling out that 4-2-3-1 to start. We'll see how it goes. If I feel like it's not giving me what I want, I will very quickly switch back over to that 4-3-3 we started using in the last episode because I think it helped us. I'm still trying to use both to see what the big differences are, but so far, I think I like that 4-3-3 a lot. Harvey Barnes early on here has got Serge Aurier on his tail, but he is too fast for him. Plays it inside the... Oh, Jamie Vardy. Wow, I couldn't talk or think fast enough to get that shot off, so yikes, my brain's warming up. Got Brun Larson. Man, they really just are going all out on signings here, Nottingham Forest, just like in real life. Nico Williams winning back the ball. Still doesn't have too many goal contributions to show for, but he's been such a good signing, an influential player. And James Maddison rolls it wide. Gosh, man. Trying to get Matters his first goal in the Premier League, or his first goal of the season, period. Hasn't come of good yet. Hopefully soon, he'll get his goal, though. Is that Fabio Carvalho as well? Jeez, this Nottingham Forest side is already completely different from what they were like last season in real life. And in FIFA, they're completely different again. I don't recognize half the players that are supposed to be here. Nico Williams played through again here. I think Nottingham Forest are playing with a back five, so those through balls, we can try them, but they're gonna be a tough cookie to crack. Especially derby game. They've got the aggression on. We've got Wout Faes. Oh my god. I literally looked up the pronunciation for his name in the last episode, and I'm forgetting it again. Wout Faes. Uh-oh, Castagna. That was not a good pass. Wout Faes. That was a big tackle. And Fabio Carvalho, I think that is. Yep, goes wide. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. Don't Nottingham Forest actually have a shirt sponsor now? I wonder if FIFA is going to ever put them in. Wout Faes against Emmanuel Dennis. Forcing the ball out wide here, but Emmanuel Dennis finding a way back inside. Oh, Dennis is through on goal here. Ndidi trying to put him off, and Emiliano Martinez a huge save. Forest also have Fagioli, one of the Juventus youngsters in the midfield, playing for them. Got to be careful there. James Maddison rolls it out wide. Nico Williams. Lots of space here to run inside. He's got a 5-star weak foot, so if I can just get him in a shooting position, I'm going to take the shot. Oh, wow. That was nice, actually, and Dean Henderson forced to make a save. I should be doing that more with him. You know what time it is. James Maddison put this on Chris Smalling's noggin. It's time for another corner goal. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ndidi scores. Dean Henderson is off his line. Where was the guy? And Ndidi scores, I think, his first goal of the season. Weird goal, but you take those, especially in a derby. Can't make a mistake like that. He's been good with his pace in the first half. Can we use it to get in behind here once again? He's lacking that stamina, but got to pass inside here. For Harvey Barnes, it is 2-0. Harvey Barnes on the score sheet, and we're not even using the 4-3-3. We're scoring those goals against Nottingham Forest. This derby is over. That is Nico Williams' first assist since we've signed him. So he is starting to come up good, slowly but surely. We put the faith in him. We put him into the starting lineup right away. He is repaying us now with lots of overall growth and now some goal involvements. We need more, though. We do need more. James Maddison before halftime. Can we make it 3? It's going to be a no. Yep, that's all. 2-0 at halftime. Loving it. First half went exactly how I would like for it to. In the second half here, we don't have any reason to rush forward. We're going to slow it down and just hope that I don't pay the price for that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I wonder how long I can get away with this right here before Forest just start to team press me. They don't care. They're just happy to sit back in the low block. That's all right. I'll pull a Man City and pass around. Ricardo Pereira. Got a ball up here for Nico Williams. James Maddison. Can he roll one for Jamie Vardy? Oh, yes, he can. Jamie Vardy finished this for 3. It's 3-0. Jamie Vardy for his 8th goal in the Premier League this season. We are on fire now. Something clicked. He's checking the time. It's nap time for Nottingham Forest. And with that, it's also substitution time for us. This is a very busy couple of weeks of football, so need to preserve legs. Finley Marks comes on. Dewsbury Hall's coming on for Tielemans. What else can we do? Sayunchu can come on for Chris Smalling because I feel like our work defensively is done. You know what? I'm also going to sub on Patson Daka for Jamie Vardy. I know he literally just scored. Daka needs some minutes in him to build confidence. And, oh, those subs won't go through. Whatever. The point is, eventually we will have those subs. Next time you hear from me, probably will have gone through. But we got to preserve these legs. Oh, yes, Harvey Barnes got all the space in the world. Sees James Maddison in Acres here. Going to take the shot. Dean Henderson. That was too easy. James Maddison in behind here for Jamie Vardy again. The Chaos Merchant himself. James Maddison taking the shot. Wins us a corner. And we get to make the subs now. Now the question is, without Chris Smalling on the pitch, how does James Maddison deliver this? Where do we go? I'm just going to try the same thing. Wout Foss, definitely not as good in the air. Harvey Barnes, some space here for Dewsbury Hall. I'm going to just have the pop. We're 3-0 up. We don't care. So Yunchu, who's barely gotten any minutes for me, and has not done well when he has gotten minutes. Stanya, not the best tackle there. Serge Aurier, happy to just let the ball stay around the back. He doesn't want this to become any worse than it already is. It's a humiliating derby day so far for Nottingham Forest. The icing on the cake would be keeping that clean sheet. But right now, Ismaila Sarr has other ideas. Oh, the ball roll. Passing it inside. There's so much space. Why did I say anything? Huh? I literally, as soon as you say anything about the clean sheet, it's gone. Fabio Carvalho scores, assisted by Ismaila Sarr. Neither of those players should even be here right now. It is what it is. No clean sheet on Derby Day, but is that really something you expect? Especially from Leicester City, a team that has lost 7-1 to Chelsea. Oh, hold on, from kickoff, though. Finley Marks getting past literally everybody, except for the very last defender. Well, now that they've opened their first score here, or now that they've opened their first score, yes, that's English. Now that Nottingham Forest have opened the scoring for themselves here, we got to watch out because they've got nothing to lose in the last 20 minutes of this game. And Emiliano Martinez, a big mistake. Volleyed finish from Emmanuel Dennis. It's 3-2. What am I doing? What is happening, though, to be honest, is that Ismaila Sarr is destroying me. The ball rolls, getting the passes off. Ismaila Sarr is a beast. And now I need to really be careful because all that work to make it 3-0 is slowly going down the toilet. Maybe it's a result of the subs I made, but ever since Chris Smalling's come off the pitch, we have lost all our ability to defend. About 10 minutes to hang on here. We need to seriously be very careful. I did not think we'd be in this position. James Maddison trying to get that pass off, can't do it. Dewsbury Hall forced to make a risky move. And, oh my goodness, Ricardo Pereira, what is that pass, buddy? And they are just spamming the ball down this right-hand side. Fabio Carvalho trying to get it to Ismaila Sarr. Ismaila Sarr, I'm going to take you out, buddy. Oh my god, once again, he's impacting the play really well. Dewsbury Hall needs to get inside here. Dewsbury Hall, once again, it's an offside from Nottingham Forest. Okay, that being said, I think we probably just defended their last attack and just need to hold on to the ball. Corner flag tactics. Here we come. Corner flag tactics. Finley Marks. Actually, you know what? To the touchline, into the box, and cleared by the defenders. Okay, we'll take it. It was very, very nasty game at the end there. We did really, really poorly defensively at the end, like I said. But 3-2 win, 3 points against our rivals. We'll take that, but yikes, that defending was tragic. Sim the next game against Leeds United. Brendan Aronson scores for them, but it's not enough. A 3-1 win for us. Ricardo Pereira. Ndidi scores again. And Vardy, of course, scores yet another goal. So continuing our winning ways, I think this puts us 7 matches unbeaten in the Premier League now. We have to do a full and complete rotation for this Fulham game, but it actually worked out just fine. A 3-2 win. Fulham with 70% of the ball. I don't know what that's all about, but Daka scores. Finley Marks scores. Those 2 players that I need to build their confidence are getting on the score sheet. And James Maddison scores his first ever goal of the season. Thank God. It's only been a matter of time, really, and he finally did it. So believe it or not, this winning run has us second in the league. We are 6 points behind Manchester City, and here on New Year's Eve, we're actually playing them. 41 points to 47. Should we win this game, we will reduce the gap to 44 points. But I'm not really thinking about that just yet because it's Manchester City. They've only lost one game. They have scored so many goals. Best defense in the league. This is going to be a rough one. It really is. This is also a little bit of a derby. I'm not going to lie to you. Every time Leicester and Man City play up against each other, it's always wild. There's always lots of goals. Usually very one-sided towards City, but sometimes there's some good ones. Madison, I think, scored a hat-trick against them last season, or, some really, really nice goals. Really fun match. We're at the Etihad. It's not empty like everybody says. I'm playing up against my personal team that I support, and everybody's favorite team for me to do a series with, Manchester City. So this is a huge, huge game for us. We got to win this, and if we do, who knows? Maybe we're in the title race. Need Ndidi to get back here. Gundo's playing this ball across to Erling Haaland. Takes the touch. Wow, how is he in all that space? Where is Ricardo Pereira? You guys have seen this in the past. Not the first time this has happened. Sometimes Ricardo Pereira is just nowhere to be found defensively. He's so good every other scenario, though. And Gundo, what a cross. I'm not going to lie to you, but Ricardo Pereira, Chris Smalling, Ndidi, all nowhere to be found there. Haaland doing what he does best. Only his 9th goal in 21 matches. Oh. Wow, Nico Williams looking for an early response here. Going to go the whole way himself. Does he have the confidence to finish? He does, but he takes the shot a little wonky. Ederson makes the save, and it's a corner, which is not the worst thing for us. Chris Smalling scored 2 in one game before. Can he do it again today? It does fall for him, but it falls just a little bit short. I think it should have gone a little bit higher, a little bit more power, something like that. And we could be looking at an equalizer right there. Also, I just kind of thought of this, or just realized this. No Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield today for Manchester City. First time I've seen that. Ooh, Ndidi wins that up in such a good spot, but the pass was terrible. Ilkay Gundogan once again. He has been all over the pitch this game, doing everything for City. Kyle Walker picks that up very well there, Castagna. Looking to launch a counter-attack. Can he get this ball over the top to Jamie Vardy? Not really, except the Chaos Merchant still fighting for it. Trying to get inside. Get it on a stronger foot. The shot gets blocked just in the nick of time by the defenders, though. Williams getting it out of harm's way to Ricardo Pereira. Now no options. Again, those pressing plays from City. Now Bernardo Silva out wide. Looking to play it in again. Let's not let him cross it to an open Erling Haaland again, please. Except it looks like that's what might happen. Big challenge by Wout Faes. Could have been a pen, maybe, but it wasn't. Clean tackle. Harvey Barnes to Jamie Vardy. Got the space. Does he have the burners? Oh, he does. The burners are engaged. Jamie Vardy, finish for us, son. Get the equalizer. What was that? What was that, bro? Did you forget your Red Bull today? And that's halftime. We're down only 1-0 against City. It's not terrible. We've had chances. I think we need to switch to the 4-3-3. I kind of forgot about that. Change some tactics around. We just need to try and hit him on the counter. That's where we're going to find success today. Employing the 4-3-3, change some tactics. We're looking for those forward runs from all 3 of our front line. Harvey Barnes, Jamie Vardy, and Nico Williams. They've all got the pace to make something happen. And right away, Jamie Vardy's looking to get something on for us. Nico Williams still has the ball. Got to be careful here. Harvey Barnes blows it over the bar. Calvin Phillips. Not the kind of ball-playing, playmaker type of midfielder you want. Oh, Nico Williams. This is a great run. Beat Ederson. Oh, Ederson is just so confident coming off the line, though. We have not been able to get the best of him 1v1 yet. Ooh, Ndidi. Looking for the pass for Harvey Barnes here. Harvey Barnes takes the touch and scores the goal. It's beautiful. An assist from Ndidi, and Harvey Barnes is in the form of his life right now, scoring against City. For City, usually such a press-resistant team, to concede a goal like that, too. Is that an outside of the boot finish from Harvey Barnes? That is classy. Oh, yes, Wout Faes got the pressure. Jamie Vardy's got the touch out of his feet, but, man, their back four was in place. Usually not like that. Dewsbury Hall, he's been good in the midfield, helping out Ndidi, mostly defensively. Hasn't done too much going forward for us, but that's okay. We don't need him to. Yikes. Yikes. You give Haaland half a chance, that's the second goal for him. He's going to celebrate with Pep. Yeah. And you know what, Nico Williams, as much as I like you, buddy, you got to come off for Finley Marks because you are just not able to beat Ederson today. And maybe Finley Marks has that little bit of confidence to do that part there. And also, I'm going to take off Ricardo Pereira for James Justin because he's asking for more game time. I would like to give it to him. And Ricardo Pereira is a little bit weak defensively today. Wout Faes gets knocked over by the defender, and Haaland has a hat trick. What is going on? How did I get knocked over like that? It's 3-1. We're going to lose this game, and that guy's a machine. I don't know how Wout Faes got knocked over here by Gundo, but as soon as he did, it was curtains for that goal. There were no defenders were even trying to come cover that space that he left. Dewsbury Hall to James Madison. Go for the shot from range. Blocked, which puts the defender in a weird spot. But, oh, I cannot get on the turn there. James Justin. Finley Marks. Back to James Justin. Cross it into the box. That was terrible. That was really, really bad. Chris Smalling's got to cover a lot of space here. My main goal is to not let Holland through, but of course that's easier said than done. Don't even let him shoot from this angle. He will score. Come on, Wout Faes. Okay. Jack Grealish looking for Erling Haaland. Don't let him touch that. There he is again. Hits the crossbar. Jack Grealish. Nobody's on him. It's 4-1. My microphone is breaking now. Oh my goodness. It's 4-1. What is going on, guys? The defense is asleep. Imagine being able to bring De Bruyne off the bench. Jesus Christ. Now I understand other teams' perspective when they play against City. It's just hopeless. It's hopeless. Ndidi over the top to Finley Marks. I like this pass. And Ndidi, all of a sudden, playmaker, goal scorer, doing everything. Finley Marks putting the press on. Yes, we like that. We've got 10 minutes to not look like fools here. Can we get something to get back into this here? Jamie Vardy takes the touch. My God, he took one too many touches. Ederson has been ridiculous today, 1v1. I swear we could have scored 5 goals if not for him alone. Akanji coming on. I guess they're switching to a 5 at the back sort of system. 3/5 at the back. Chris Smalling, come on now, buddy. Off the line. Every time this guy gets on a corner, it's either cleared off the line or some kind of mess. He's literally always on them. Imagine scoring a hat trick and not getting man of the match. What? They're giving it to Jack Grealish for scoring the 4th goal. Haaland scored a hat trick, and they're not going to give it to him. They're also going to let him try and take this free kick? What's this all about? Don't tell me. That was on target. No way, bro. Haaland doesn't do free kicks. All right, Wout Faes. Let's see what you got. Pass to Finley Marks. Keep going, Finley Marks. Come on. Get something to get us a little bit of something out of this game. Finley Marks gets the finish. Okay. At least we can say that we scored a couple past City this season. That's all I can say, though. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Wout Faes with an assist, so that's pretty funny. And the result is also a bit funny, honestly. We show that we had what it takes to beat City, but we just don't have the defense that we need. So, we need to talk about that. We need to do something. Oh, no. Come on now. Come on now. Not Haaland scoring a 4th. Emiliano Martinez is not having it. 4-2 defeat to Manchester City. Like I said, there's always goals in this game. Wow. Fun one. Fun one for sure. Well, we're in January now. Final Scout from England shows us a 1.3 million player, Rory Evans, totally promoting this guy right away. He's going to have a nice overall for a youth player and good potential. So I like that. And then it's time to talk, what are we going to do in this transfer window? Because after that City defeat, there's obviously issues. First thing of note here is that Rory Evans, listed as a cam, but he's got pace, good dribbling, and then okay, the rest, right? So definitely a winger. Got high defensive work rate and low attacking work rate, so that's going to be weird. And then weak foot's bad. But all that stuff can be worked on, so he's going to probably be a winger. We might see him sometime in the future at Leicester, I'm not sure. And by the way, we had somebody in here named End of Finn, was a flop potential-wise. Charlie Moss from the last episode, also turning out to be a total flop of a youth player, so he's out of here. And then we got to send the scout away again, so I guess I'll do all of that really quick. Then we'll start talking about what we're going to do in the window. So I'm going to send the scout to Nigeria because Leicester City actually signed a lot of kind of underrated African players from outside the top 5 leagues very often. Something we might try and incorporate into this window, but also something we're going to do in our youth scouting. So Nigeria for 3 months for any kind of player. So to me personally, the biggest weaknesses that I'm noticing in our games here is this center midfield spot. Yuri Tielemans, as great of a player as he is, this formation or this system that we have, it just doesn't utilize him to his fullest potential. Ndidi is doing all of the defensive work that he's kind of capable of doing. Madison is doing all of the creative work that he maybe also could be doing, right? So he is not really doing anything for me in this midfield. What I need is somebody who can run up and down the pitch with Ndidi and try and get the ball to these creative players, Madison, Nico Williams, Harvey Barnes, and the likes, right? Somebody to help link up the play, almost kind of sort of a double pivot player. Actually could be pretty useful for me. Dewsbury Hall has been doing okay in the last few games I've played him in, but he's not that guy. He's okay to have around. I'm cool with keeping him here. He's young, he's got room to grow, and he's not even necessarily worth that much anyway. So Tielemans, I could potentially see myself selling this guy to bring in a better box-to-box midfielder. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that. He's rumored to leave anyway. He was supposed to maybe join Arsenal this year. That didn't happen. His contract's expiring in real life. I haven't heard any news of it being renewed. This guy's going to go somewhere. So, not sure where his future lies. But you guys let me know in the comments about him. Other issue I'm noticing is just our back line. I don't know what's going on. Wout Faes is great, but he's really slow, and he's getting knocked over by players like İlkay Gündoğan. And he's 24, he's young, he's a good player. What we might maybe do is try and bring in a better starting center back. Sell off Soyuncu, sell off Daniel Amarte. I have not even seen them do anything remotely useful for me this season. I love Amarte. I kind of like Soyuncu, but he's even rumored with a move away to like Atletico Madrid or something like that. So I'd like to get rid of him. I would also like to maybe strengthen the bench a bit because Dennis Pryatt, have you guys seen him do anything? I personally have not. He's 28. He's not really doing super well rating wise, and he's a little bit too well-rounded and not specialized at any one thing to help us out at that cam spot, right? And he's not good enough to be that box-to-box presence that I'm talking about over here. So all of that to say, we need improvements, and I need you guys' help in the comment section down below. Another spot that you guys are probably thinking is a weakness of ours is fullback. I like Castagna. I like Ricardo Pereira. I think maybe we just need to adjust some stuff tactically to get the best out of them going forwards, not so much, but mostly defensively, right? That's their biggest issue. Maybe we could sign somebody for that left back spot because Castagna's really a right back. He's almost doing like a Joao Cancelo type beat out there right now, which is okay. Luke Thomas is a young player. He's young with good potential. He's 21 years old. There's no reason to really not give him game time or try and move him on. And James Justin, he's at his potential at that 24 years old and stuff, but 79 rated, good backup. I don't know that we necessarily need to worry about that. Another issue that I'm kind of having is that we are lacking a backup winger. I think for the Premier League season this year, we don't necessarily need to worry about that. We don't need to have the biggest squad. We're not in Europe. We can really just kind of vibe with the strongest starting 11 possible and do well. But yeah, I just think we need maybe a couple upgrades. So a midfielder that's like a box-to-box type, maybe a better center back to partner with Chris Smalling, somebody a little bit faster and physical that can help recover the ball and actually win duels for us. And then maybe, just maybe, somebody for this fullback spot. But if that's the case, we got to sell somebody. So you guys let me know what your thoughts are on that. For now, I'm going to go ahead and transfer list Tielemans, Soyuncu, Amarte, and Pryatt, and just see kind of what offers come our way, and we'll go from there. Our starting budget for this window is 72 million as well. So if we sell all those players that I have on my list, we could be pretty close to 200 million to spend. I don't mind splashing the cash, honestly, because Leicester City currently sitting in that second or third spot or something like that. We got to check the table really quick. That loss, okay, well, it did drop us down to fourth, but we are in the title race, really. We are 9 points behind City. We ourselves, United, and Arsenal in the title race. And then Liverpool, Spurs, Newcastle are all right behind us for those Champions League spots. So we need to have the best starting 11 possible because all of those teams on that list you see that are in and around us are actually way better than us. We are once again punching way above our weight. We don't have the squad to keep this up. So we need to strengthen for sure that starting 11 somehow. But let's go ahead and review our first half of the season. Jamie Vardy, despite going down in his overall, 9 goals and 2 assists. No slouch. At 35, he's doing great. Harvey Barnes, 7 goals and 2 assists. He is our other massive goal-scoring threat in the team. Patson Daka, off the bench. I kind of talked bad about this guy in the last episode, but 4 goals off the bench in the Premier League, that's not bad at all, honestly. He's good, he's young, he's growing, and he's really fast. So if we're liking to play those counter-attacking styles of football, he's our guy. Ricardo Pereira, like I said, going forward, is incredible. 3 goals and an assist. Finley Marks is starting to get some confidence going here. We're giving him more game time. Smalling and Ndidi from the back, defensively are trying to help us out going forward, which is great. Yuri Tielemans, just the 1 goal. Madison with 10 freaking assists. This guy is doing everything for us creatively. And Nico Williams, he has less goals than Finley Marks, but I think he's a better player all around, so he is doing really well for us. And like I was saying earlier, James Madison is creating everything. Then it's Tielemans, and then our problem is that we don't really have anybody else creating. Emiliano Martinez from our sim games has 2 assists, right? Castagna's got a couple of assists. A lot of our defenders have assists. Our midfield is just not creative enough. We need somebody to help out. But let's go about this piece by piece, okay? My requirements for that center back spot that I was talking to you about, somebody faster, maybe a little bit older, higher rated, got some experience about them already, and can help us with this season trying to get into that top 4. From there, we can decide, is it going to be Wout Faes? Is it going to be whoever these players are? I have Harry Maguire in here. He's actually rumored to move away from Manchester United. Only problem with him, besides, him being a refrigerator, is that he's freaking slow. And we already have Chris Smalling. I need somebody a little faster. ultimately, I don't think this is the move for us, right? Wout Faes is already about on his level anyway, about 79 rated, and Harry Maguire is not that big of an improvement. Could we still bring him here? Sure, we could. Let me know if you want him here. But I think all these other options down here would be way better, and I almost kind of have them here in order of how interested I am. Joe Gomez, I think personally would be great. He's still struggling now to get games at Liverpool. He's 25 years old. He's at the point where he's got to make or break and decide for himself. Is he going to stay at Liverpool? Does he need to move somewhere else? We're challenging for top 4, so if he was to come here now, get top 4 with us, he would be playing Champions League with Leicester City next season. I would love to see him in that blue kit, and I think he's a great player, really. He's just not given the opportunities he needs. He's probably my number 1 choice. Then after that, Jonathan Tah. This guy is a giant, first of all, 6'5". Also, on the faster side, we're still scouting players for exact information, but I am looking at FIFA to kind of help me figure these things out. He's a little older. He's been rumored to kind of move away from Bayer Leverkusen for many years. It hasn't happened. I think coming to Leicester City would be a great move for him. Again, same thing as Joe Gomez, you know? We're not in Champions League right now, but we could be next year, and he is definitely a great option for us. These last two are just kind of in here mostly for fun, but I do like the idea. Mario Hermoso, personally, I don't like the guy. I'm not going to lie to you. He is just like really randomly aggressive for no reason, scrapping with fans, getting red cards every game. He's basically Sergio Ramos light. But I kind of love that about him at the same time, and especially in terms of being a player for FIFA. He is a little bit shorter, but he's got pace. He has got strength. He has got pretty much exactly what we're looking for. He's playing at Atletico Madrid, who are, let's face it, not in a great spot right now. Could be a good signing, and he's also the oldest of the lot, so he's got the most experience, besides Maguire. We're not talking about him. And then last but not least, Lucas Klosterman. He has been a career mode beast in FIFA for many years, both at right back and center back. I used him at RB Leipzig when in FIFA 22, when I used the career mode with them, but I wouldn't mind bringing him to the Premier League. Again, another player that is frequently rumored with a move away from Leipzig, either to Bayern Munich or Dortmund, or somewhere in the Premier League or La Liga, somewhere away, and it hasn't happened. And he's 26 now, he's getting a little bit older, but he is a great player, and he's probably the fastest out of all of them, to be honest with you, so he could help us fulfill that role. And honestly, we could maybe even do with signing 2 out of this list, so you guys let me know who you like the best, right? We could sign Harry Maguire and one of these guys. We could sign 2 of these players, Joe Gomez, Klosterman, Jonathan Tah, Mario Hermoso. It doesn't matter. That's the center back thing. Let's talk about box-to-box midfielders now. Okay, for box-to-box midfielders, again, this is almost in order of like how I would want them. Maybe not necessarily, but you know, we've got a lot of options. We need somebody energetic that can get up and down the field, can dribble, can help creatively. We basically need somebody that can do it all. I think the best option is right in front of us right now, Mateo Kovacic. He is kind of out of favor at Chelsea in real life right now. He's 28. He's got the pedigree. He played at Real Madrid. He's been playing for Chelsea. This guy feels so silky smooth on the ball. I love playing with him in this game, and he's got everything that we're looking for at a decent price. You know, his contract's expiring, I think, so he's available on the cheap. We've also got Mikel Merino, who is at Napoli. I think maybe he is a bit too good for what we're trying to do here. Thomas Lemar could be a really cool option. I've never used him, but he's got a lot of energy to get up and down the pitch, pace, good dribbling, and really, really good passing. He can also shoot the ball. He's very similar to Tielemans, except just, you know, a different profile of player. We've also got Seko Fofana. This guy has been crushing it for Lens and Ligue 1 for a couple of years now. A lot of interest attracting towards him, but he hasn't made a move anywhere quite yet. Maybe it could be Leicester City, and he's got that African thing to him, where Leicester like to sign those African players from like outside the top 5 or, you know, outside the top teams and develop them. Just like Wilfred Ndidi, right? He could be our next Ndidi. And then we've got a little bit of a different profile of player here, Konrad Laimer. He is a box-to-box defensive powerhouse, so much pace, won't stop running all game, will be chasing down the ball. He's very similar to Ndidi, so in that way I feel like we don't necessarily need him, but a good option nonetheless. And then we've got Ismail Benacer. He's playing for Milan. His contract's expiring, and I think he's trying to move away. I don't know if he's necessarily trying to go somewhere where he can get more games, or if he's trying to go somewhere like a Real Madrid, where he can play at the top level. But like I said earlier with the center backs, if they come in and join us now, they can be available when we're in the Champions League next year. And he's still young, 25 years old, great player. These are a bunch of options that I like. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Last but not least, for my transfer ideas for this window, an understudy for James Maddison. Somebody that can play as an attacking midfielder, and maybe even somebody who can play in a couple positions out wide for us as well to kind of help with the backup. Ryan Cherki would be a great example of that. He has been a wonder kid for some years now and has still never left Lyon. He's 19 years old. That's crazy to me to think that he's only 19 still. He's been a wonder kid for years now, but I would love to bring him here. Thing with him is he's very similar to James Maddison. He's not the fastest player, but he's technically kind of a wizard. 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and he's got everything that we kind of need in an attacking midfield type of player, despite his primary position being left wing. Then we've got Luka Sucic, who starts at RB Salzburg. And I don't really know. I mean, it's just an option. Really, some of these players I don't really know much about. I don't know much to say about them. Just kind of options, like I'm saying. Another one is Sebastian Szymanski. I found him in my SoFIFA search. He's playing at Feyenoord. He's 23. He's fast, and he can pass. Those are the things that he is best at. I like that about him. That could be really fun for us. Kanya Fujimoto, again, another player I just kind of stumbled across. He starts at Genk, I think, or Gil Vicente. Sorry, Gil Vicente, which is a Portuguese club. I'm butchering that pronunciation, I know. But the Japanese player, Leicester have had some pretty famous Japanese players at the club, so I think this could be pretty fun to kind of honor that and bring another Japanese player to the club. A Japanese attacking player could be cool. And then I thought of this would be a fun idea as well. Azzedine Ounahi. He had a great World Cup with Morocco, and he's more of a box-to-box type of midfielder, but we could certainly use him in an attacking midfield capacity. I think he could be really, really fun there. So a bunch of interesting options for you here. My favorite picks would probably have to be Cherki, Fujimoto, and Ounahi, but you guys let me know out of these options who you'd like to see the most. Or if you have other suggestions, throw them in as well. And that goes for any of these transfer ideas that we have. But those are my 3 positions I want to improve in the most. A midfielder, a backup cam, and another center back. We could maybe do with a couple other things, fullbacks, wingers, stuff like that, but I don't want to do too much in one window here. So those are my ideas for January. And of course, we're scouting all of those players. We are going to be keeping track of their overall right now, all that sort of stuff, their stats. We'll take a more in-depth look when that happens. But in the meantime, feel free to look them up on SoFIFA if you would like. Maybe I should have showed you some SoFIFA pages, but it is what it is. Hey, look at that. James Maddison leading the team in assists, actually leading the Premier League in assists. But that's going to be it for this episode. A shorter one, a couple of games, puts us in January. We're getting ready to start the FA Cup. I think we're already out of the Carabao Cup. Yeah, that's actually true. We are out of the Carabao Cup. And it's just trying to fight for top 4 or maybe even that Premier League title for the rest of this season. And we could be seeing some interesting stuff happen over the next month here with this team right here. It won't look like this come February. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the Leicester Career Mode. If you did, keep that support coming down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and peace.